You remember he was talking about the hand of Esau, right? The voice of Jacob and the hand of Esau. But we do have a caller on the line, so let me go to the caller. Yes. Good night, caller. The call dropped. Let me try to get back to them. Guys, the lines are open. The line is open. Okay, the person is calling back. Trying to get back. Yes. Good night. As you know, I'm going to welcome to the Marcia Week Show. Kindly asking you to turn down your device. Go right ahead, please.
Good night, Marcia.
Good night.
What I called to hear that they were talking about the DLP, they gotta get the act together. The DLP get their act together. Understand? And them now got to see what happened to their team now, called the crumbling. And I'm glad the crumbling called it a malicious and I'm looking into the DLP. Take a look at the self now. The crumbling. God don't sleep. He don't like ugly. Have a pleasant night, Marcia. This is Judy Dawkins Jill.
Yes, and Judy, you coming to the march?
Sure. I can't wait.
Yes, well, the march. Yeah, the march, and these are the things that we need to make noise about. Listen, guys, you can't let this go to rest, you know. St. George South. It can't go to rest.
Talking about the DLP, right? That are talking about the DLP gonna get the act together. We get the act together, please. What you all have to do is get one act together, BLP. That is what we're gonna do. When I spit it up in the air and let drop back here in the face.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a pleasant night. See you on Saturday, Marcia and Maxine and Mr. Ferdinand.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then they come back in my face at all.
No,
at all.
one of you that spit it in the air. It's them spitting up in the air and drop back in the face.
Yes. Well, you know, somebody is saying here too, this is why I said another reason. I hope Dave can find the actual recording from Mr. Thorne. I think it would be better for us to read his recording. But I'm seeing here in my WhatsApp here, Dr. Ferdinand, while we wait, if Abraham, you had called, if you could call back. It says that enough drug lords were in the VIP zone at Carrie Festa closing ceremony. One has to wonder who vetted the invitation list. You can't be treating criminals and gangsters like VIPs and expect a good outcome. Maybe it does provide a safety barrier for the ones extending the invitations, and to hell with the rest of the law-abiding citizens. So this is what I'm reading here on my phone. I don't know. Government, I know you always watch. Did you have criminals? Did you have drug lords in the VIP zone at Carrie Festa at the closing ceremony? Because
that wouldn't. Mm-hmm. Sorry, that wouldn't surprise me, Marcia, when one considers that at the opening of the
exactly.
Parliament, which you would recall Caswell spoke about, where his wife, I think, was not invited, but they had several other drug lords and guys leading gangs and whatnot invited into the opening of Parliament. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Yes. You are so, and you're right. You know, elections are around the corner now. I see that they're paying the teachers, whatever they owe them, and they're going to quickly.
They're going to find money now.
Elections are around the corner.
They're going to fund money.
Yeah, we are to forget about this. We're to forget about this. That's the other thing that thing. But go ahead, Dr. Ferdinand.
No, I was just saying that they have the money now. They couldn't find the money before, but they have the money now. They couldn't find the money to pay the teachers and the police and all those different aspects of the people that they were owing to, but they can find it now. And again, I have made this statement. I'm gonna say it tonight, and I will put my head on the block. Millions of dollars are going to spend in this next general election, because the global elitists cannot afford to have Mia Mottley removed from office. It is not going to serve their interest based on what they want to do and use this country in terms of being a staging ground for some of the things that they want to implement globally. And it's not something that we can ignore, because it is happening globally. It's happening worldwide. And when I look at her involvement globally, nothing to do with developing aspects for tourism and those kind of aspects for Barbados. It's all about climate change. I don't hear her talking a lot about my country on the global stage.
Yeah. And let me just take this call off air. I think this call I need to take off air. Continue, guys.
Yeah, Maxine,
Okay.
you were saying something? I
Yeah,
heard you. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Marcia started to read the response of Mr. Thorne to the news of Mr. Sutherland's um, resignation, but I'm gonna read the first two paragraphs of the statement because I think she referred to his comment in Parliament, but he also commented about the quote unquote resignation, and it says the Prime Minister may have wittingly revealed more than she intended when she disclosed that Mr. Sutherland requested to be relieved of his portfolio, quote unquote, after discussion. That's the point that you touched on.
Yes.
And then he went on to say, one can therefore conjecture as to the nature and content of that discussion that preceded what must have been Mr. Sutherland's dismissal.
Yeah.
And then the paragraph that Marcia read about during the budget reply, he characterized it as the voice of Jacob.
Yes.
Um,
Miss McLean, just let me pause you there. We have the speech. That's what
okay,
I was
great.
looking for.
Okay.
So, Dave, go right ahead, please. Thank you.
The Prime Minister may have unwittingly revealed more than she intended when she disclosed that Mr. Sutherland requested to be relieved of his portfolio, and I quote, after discussion, unquote.
Hmm.
One can therefore conjecture as to the nature and content of that discussion that preceded what must have been Mr. Sutherland's dismissal. During my budget reply in 2024, I characterized Mr. Sutherland's various pronouncements on housing as being the voice of Jacob, while there was a different hidden hand of Esau at work infelicitously. I speculated even then that he would be sacrificed for the scandalous Hope Project, for which the entire cabinet ought to have taken collective responsibility. It remains a fact that the $60 million was voted and approved by the cabinet out of the Housing Credit Fund. Mr. Sutherland has been the hapless messenger who did the public lifting of heavy infelicity. Again, it was Mr. Sutherland's voice of Jacob that brought to Parliament that infamous land gift resolution of the public property at Gemmett's Lane to Afrexim Bank. Mr. Sutherland has become the government's hapless messenger of its failures in relation to its housing and lands program. He has been going around the country counting the construction of private houses while seeking to persuade Barbadians that the government is in some way responsible for these private enterprises. Mr. Sutherland's many failures have been the government's many failures. One well remembers a statement made by the Prime Minister after the 2022 election, in which a veiled threat was made to Mr. Sutherland as to the consequence of his expected failure to oversee the construction of 10,000 houses in 5 years. The abandoned houses at Poole St. John now stand as an unhappy testament to his government's many failures in housing. During my budget reply earlier this year, I again lamented Mr. Sutherland's invidious role and anticipated his sacrifice by the Prime Minister. As to his replacement, Mr. Sutherland and a few of his colleagues will now discover that the BLP is settling into its real identity. And in his time left, he will realize that the hierarchy in the BLP is less related to merit and more related to privilege. The political crisis is not Mr. Sutherland's alone. This entire government is in crisis, and the people must now patiently await their relief from the entire government.
Well said. Dave, if you could put back Mr. Thorne's picture there, because I am just the way I came on here and I gave Jack the jacket for Sheriff Veronica, which you would have never thought I would come on and say that, because I know a lot of you think, but the truth is this, that Mr. Thorne, he has, I mean, this man you see on the screen, the what he's had to bear from those people inside there. I don't know how he gets up and go there on a Tuesday. I don't even know how he does it. And I want Barbadians. This is a very serious thing. This is very serious that they think that they can, in firing Mr. Sutherland, that this is them sweeping something underneath the rug. Okay? Fire Mr. Sutherland. Will let us stop thinking about the 60 million. We will forget about it all. And then planning an election, people. This is the arrogance of this government. Now you're now planning an election because you believe you have swept this under the rug. As Mr. Thorne said, that this Sutherland is who they use. You remember to carry the message to us about the Afrexim Bank there at Gemmett's Lane. So he must be the little yard, well, I was going to say boy, not that I'm calling him a boy. I'm using the term, right? Is he the one that he just there to carry water? It makes you want to think. I want you to think, though. We're not into no gossip here. This is not a gossip show. What we're trying to do is educate you so nobody come and fool you. The last administration that was in, you thought that they were so corrupt because somebody came and that's the narrative that you were fed. And some of you would tell me you were convinced about that. And what did you do? You went to the poll and you voted them out. Some of you, same one, you're seeing the corruption and all you're telling me, oh, well, let's pray for the prime minister. So why you never did just pray for the other government? Election is around the corner. I'm not on here playing jokes. I'm not on here I could have been in my bed resting this evening. We're not joking here. We're not idiots. We must not allow anybody to take us for idiots. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I want reason with you, Barbadians. I want to reason with you. The polls are going to be open very soon. They are planning elections. They have all the paraphernalia has already come in. Do you hear me? So what they're doing is a part of the cleanup. The Carfesta, all of that is part of the campaign. They're going to end with the gathering. The we gathering, they're going to end with that. And they expect us that we will drink all of that Kool-Aid. We will line up and we will put the X at their name again. Even though there is such a cloud, a dark cloud of corruption, a dark cloud of criminality, a dark cloud of gangsterism, right? Sexual perversion, right? Pedophile, philia. I'm going to say it because it's what it is. What about the little boy whose bottom is burst up? Shut in the ears if you don't want to hear it. I hear that from a doctor, from somebody within the government. Burst up the little boy bottom. You want me to talk straight? Huh? And you're going to tell me you're praying about it? That nastiness? You use your right and you got them out. I'm not playing with you all. I don't care who you put in there. Oh, nobody's there. Put a stick. But a clean stick. Put a stick. You think we're on here we're playing jokes on here? And come out to the march on Saturday. They were afraid of the march. Dr. Ferdinand said something she mentioned about marching and all of that. She's nervous of the march.
Mm-hmm. You know, Marcia, several years ago, Maxine, I don't know if you recall a former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago by the name of Chambers. Okay, you're muted if you responded.
Yeah, I was saying yes. It was George Chambers. It was George.
Yeah,
George. I don't know if it was George.
I think he served one term in Trinidad.
Very short. Very short
term. And I was in Trinidad at the time. I was living there at the time. And I remember the Trinidadians saying, if you bring a Doberman, we can vote him in before him. So, Marcia.
I remember Chambers.
Yes, I know. A stick may not be too bad. But, you know, I made a note here on the top of my notes. When I listened to the Prime Minister's speech, I wrote down circumstantial evidence, because I was examining several things. One, her body language. Two, her lack of confident in terms of how she was delivering what she was saying, and three, what was the content of what she had to say. And it all spoke to me. And I will say this, um, Marcia, Maxine, they want to make a change of the president in November. I know what has been alleged to be the replacement. They're going to call an election before that, because they're going to want to make sure they don't upset the people with that decision and that choice before the election. And I'm going to suggest that that election call is going to be sometime between now and the end of November.
Yes, that's we were discussing that. I was discussing with a friend today, and we believe it's just, and this is, but this is part of the cleanup. And somebody even said to me here, could it be? And we don't know, but it could it viewers, could it be that this was allowed, this whole fiasco or allegation, or as Miss McLean said, Mr. Sutherland would need to get some do some legal consultation, read this, if it's not true, he should, get some legal representation, etc. Read the stuff that's out on social media. But could it be, listen to Mr. Thorne, I am wondering, viewers, and somebody said, could it be that it was leaked out there so that this is a time that they're able to pull in this man by the neck? You see, because remember, they're getting ready for elections. So all of those those people that are would create a problem, they are deciding that they're going to, they're pulling them in. Is it could it be that's what it is? Mm? Yeah. Guys, the phone is open. The phone line is open, and as I said, this is a very serious thing. And Barbadians, you have to decide. The decision day is coming up for you, and you must decide what kind of government you want to govern you. I would take a stick than this kind of nastiness that is going on. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Marcia, and to the panel.
Yes, sir.
What I want to say is that I'm not surprised really, because look at it this way: that housing project, what Barbados did not really make a fuss about, besides the mismanagement of the first set of funds. What I didn't even hear it from the opposition leader was I call it patch money. Did we hear about the patch money? In other words, because there had to be a set of money to fix the mismanagement. You're there with me, or
Yes,
or,
no,
yeah.
I'm listening. I'm listening to you. Go right ahead, sir.
Right. Anyway, going forward, I hope that you have your pen, because I think you know a lot of math. I don't know too much. Have you counted the casualties? And have you all been counting the casualties of the war, inverted commas? From I think it started with Dr. Agar, Lucy Moore,
Crystal Haynes,
Moore,
Hero,
let's see
Corey
who
Lane.
else there. Then it was Crystal, I think. Well, in fact, it really first started from the late Honorable
Seymour Arthur.
Prime Minister Arthur. He was. I think he was probably the first
victim.
of such.
Yeah.
The first victim of such what I would call a militaristic mobilization, because what I think Barbados is not understanding is that this is not politics as you are seeing as usual. You are looking at the incorporation of highly skilled military minds who are in the background, lurking, as the saying goes, lurking. So without me having to go through the list, because the list is quite long. I don't know if I don't need to go through that list. It's quite long, ending with Minister Lane and you are there that you can go through that list. But what I'm not pleased about is that there's not enough ruction on the ground as it relates to the first set of monies, and then there's no mentioning of the patch money, and then you can see the potential not government general president to come in her theatrical flair having her head down and then positioning up all this, trying to impress people that the public accountability is in its glory days of bipartisan forensic auditing.